President Trump says the economy is roaring and war is victory, but at $7 a gallon, it could happen. That roar is actually just my bank account screaming into the void. Welcome to the Digital Diner. We're balancing a Middle East short war against the 1970s stagflation sequel. No one asked for. It's a war-driven inflation dumpster fire, but hey, the flames are festive. I'm Craig Crawford. Grab a seat. We're finding the silver lining in the collapse of global capital. Let's go.
Today is going to be my peaceful day.
Oh boy.
There's the war cost what is that, 5 billion? 5 billion? Or is that trillion? No, that's
And
5
billion with a B.
Yeah.
And we're up to 8 service people dead as of yesterday.
And somebody keeps saying, how did they hit all these embassies and things and nobody's dead?
Yeah.
Which is a really good point. How did they hit U.S. embassies and nobody's dead?
Oh, and well, U.S. embassies, but then also like bases and stuff.
Bases, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't believe our government, because our government is run by who our government is run by.
Yeah, exactly. You can't sit there and like listen to it and be like, oh yeah, that makes sense, unless you are literally drinking Kool-Aid. Nothing
made sense yesterday that Trump said.
No.
It is and it isn't.
Oh.
It's both black and white.
Oh yeah, we might as well go straight to that, because here's this reporter. I had to look up who he was, and it actually took me a while, which is surprising because he turns out to be the New York Times White House correspondent. But this guy is a model of what we need to be seeing from more of these reporters.
Yes.
I mean, listen to this
that
question.
Iran somehow got its hands on a Tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war. But you're the only person in your government saying this. Even your defense secretary wouldn't say that when he was asked, standing over your shoulder on your plane on Saturday. Why are you the only person saying this?
Because I just don't know enough.
Well, we'll get into the answer, but I just want to, this was a well done question.
Yeah.
I mean, he crammed a lot. And the thing about Trump is he took a risk here, because when you ask Trump a multi-part or a long setup question, he'll interrupt you before you finished. And so you can't, so it's risky to ask a long setup question like this. You usually need to just do like the 4 or 5 word, because he's going to interrupt you before you, and he let this guy finish his point, which I found unusual. I don't think he would have let a woman do this.
Nope.
I have
no.
He interrupts women when they go down this road like this guy. He interrupts women and starts insulting them, but he let this guy go. Anyway, we'll listen to the answer too, because the answer is totally bizarre.
You just suggested that Iran somehow got its hands on a Tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war. But you're the only person in your government saying this. Even your defense secretary wouldn't say that when he was asked, standing over your shoulder on your plane on Saturday. Why are you the only person saying this?
Because I just don't know enough about it. I think it's something that I was told is under investigation, but Tomahawks are used.
No, I just got to pause right there. His first answer is, because I don't know enough about it. Well, then how the hell are you saying that you know it, that Iran did it? If your answer is I don't know enough, so I'm stating an opinion because I don't know enough. I'm stating what I claim is a fact because I don't know enough about it. That's just crazy.
He's an idiot.
Then he finishes off
By others, as you know. Numerous other nations have Tomahawks. They buy them from us.
And what's that got to do with anything? That other nations have Tomahawks.
It has nothing to do with it. And I'm sorry, it was us. And guess what? We knew it was a kid's school. We knew that there were girls in that school, and we did not care.
And somebody said it when it was some military guy that I watched. I don't remember who. They said it was a double tap. They said they waited until people ran out, and then they got them in.
Yep.
That's exactly right. That is what I saw. I also saw that. This is the reporter, though. Let's give him some shout out here. His name is Sean McCreesh, and this is how you question a president, any politician. I mean,
I hope
the way he went about that. So this guy
hope
needs some
with
credit.
well, and I'm hoping that with the notoriety he's getting for asking that question the way he did, other reporters start following suit and doing
Well,
things like that.
well, another point to make about this is the New York Times, of the big media left, is the only independent one left. It's the only independently it's family owned. They're not owned by a big corporation and trying to merge with other big corporations and needing favors from Trump. Trump has no leverage over the New York Times, none.
And that's good.
We gotta give. We talk a lot about the media being captured and so on, but we got to give New York Times some credit. They're in there trying. They got other issues, but
yeah.
John McCreesh. Yeah, that was a good moment.
There might be new information
that
coming
Iran
out.
somehow got its hands on a.
There might be what?
Hold on. I'm reading. It's something about Stephen Miller.
Oh.
Oh, let's get him in trouble.
I think we should do a whole episode on just reincarnation. Stephen Miller.
Reincarnated bot.
I'm going to say, and then Pete Hegg says somebody put up a picture of him next to Goering.
Oh
my God.
Well, you remember I did that weeks ago.
Are these the neighbors that you want in your city? No. These are the criminal migrants that Kamala Harris brought into your community. And as swiftly as they came, Donald Trump will send them back.
Und das Andenken dieser sieben.
Are these the neighbors that you want?
There's more. There's more than that look alike, and Hegseth looks like Goring.
Yeah, what I was trying to find was, where they each gave speeches. I mean, back during the campaign when Stephen Miller started giving these crazy speeches toward the end of the campaign last year, it reminded me of him. So I went back and found that one. Oh, Winter's on time today. Hey, Winter.
Yay.
Hey, Winter.
I realize our timing's not great for Winter because I think she gets off work about the time we finish up because I think it's like 4:00 there in Germany or something. I think that was the issue.
From this article, it's on MS Now. It's misleading. It says Miller is down but not out. Basically, because Republican senators are now calling for him to be fired.
Wait a minute. There are Republicans doing. There are Republicans.
Tom Tillis.
Oh well, Tom.
Tom Tillis, Massey has said it. Mace has said it. There's a handful for sure.
Oh yeah. Hey, Jamie.
There's Jamie.
Hi there.
Hi.
Yeah,
well, everybody. At the first time I heard about him in the administration, they said that people referred to him as Weird Stephen.
Yeah. Well.
Oh yeah.
That was
his own family. His uncle wrote a piece for the Atlantic. This is a long time ago, just basically disowning him and talking about how made the point that under his immigration policy, Stephen Miller wouldn't even have been born.
Yeah.
So
he just gives me the
rumors going around that he's going to be ousted, or what's?
Katie's flagged this article here we were just looking at to see. You said it's not quite as advertised. A recent shift in tactics from ICE in the aftermath can't be seen as Trump.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, here's the thing. If they need a scapegoat and then they change direction or something, and then people could say, oh, it was all Stephen Miller's fault. Trump had nothing to do with it. Exactly.
Well, that's what they were trying with Kristi Noem, I think. Nobody's buying that.
But that didn't work. But with ICE operations in Minnesota, there's still 650 that we know of in the state. So drawdown is happening, but not really happening. And over 40 new Chevy Tahoe vehicles have been dropped off at the Whipple building within the last 3 days.
I
They
saw
have-
that.
Yeah, and they also dropped off building materials. They are reporting that there is now advertisements
The
looking
war.
for healthcare
You're the
workers
only person
to
in your
work
government saying this. Even
for
your defense
ICE.
secretary wouldn't say that when he was at.
So are they taking steps to fix the situation with how they're handling stuff because another detainee died?
Well, this is the other thing. Apparently, the Supreme Court said that the people that own these concentration camps, for Civic and Geo Group and all those, can be held liable for things that go wrong for people in their facilities.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
gross.
So SCOTUS said that they can. They can go after for Civic and those people. So those people have liability now. So they may be trying to fix stuff.
I'm assuming that's what's happening. But also, I mean, I don't know where they got their intel that there were so many illegal immigrants in Minnesota. I'm just telling you that. Like, I still don't understand it. Because everybody I know that has come from another country that is here is a citizen. So I don't understand. Oh, and now they're in Mini Trista. Oh, Jesus.
And here's Miller. I pulled this up in the campaign. This was November 4th. This was that was election day, I believe. I guess it was. If young men, and see here again, they were hyper focused in that campaign on young men. That's how they knew and it worked. I think that's how they won. But anyway, it's just interesting. On the day of the election, he's doing a shout out to young men. If young men don't want to be drafted to fight in Kamala's and Cheney's Third World War, they better get out and vote for Trump. Okay.
I don't know why he brought Liz Cheney in, for that matter.
Well, they were hating on her because she was hating on them, I guess.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but she would be wonderful in some position somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, that's how much we've changed in our attitudes. Because if you the pre-Trump Liz Cheney was not someone I was fond of him.
No.
At all. But or her father.
I think that even though you might disagree with someone's policies, you can respect them if you consider them honorable people.
Right.
And so, Liz and her daddy, lots of arguments with them, but at least when they spoke, you knew they meant it.
Right. And the thing is that it's weird because you see so many, I don't know, it's just, you want people who have actual morals. You know what I mean? Actually have substantial morals, whereas we do not see that. We don't see this empathy. We don't see this. We just don't see compassion or caring.
The trigger word for me is empathy. I'm less interested in morals. I'm more interested in empathy. I think that's what our leaders have to have the most.
And all the protests nationwide against the building of these camps to house thousands of people and no way for their lawyers to get to them, no due process. I mean, that's a very big deal.
So this is a poll from Courier Newsroom. So it said Holocaust denial among young Republicans in October of 2025. So only 30% of white young Republicans believed in the Holocaust. 66%. 30%.
Women, only 30% believe in it?
Believe in it. 66%.
Believe that.
right, that believe in the Holocaust. 66% of Black Republicans believe in it, and 77% of Hispanic Republicans believe in it. And then it says among GOP men under 50. So I don't know what the cutoff is for young Republicans, but among GOP men under 50, 54% endorsed Holocaust denial versus
Oh my
18%
God.
of women over
Wow.
50.
Huh.
So
Huh.
I don't understand people denying history.
I don't either. Like,
It
so you're a lot younger than me. Did you have Katie? Did you have a module on the Holocaust, on World War II and the
um
Holocaust?
yes, we did.
Okay, I didn't
I
know if
had
they did
one.
away with it or something.
We had one
Yeah.
in 8th grade.
Uh-huh.
So in 8th, and then I think we did another one when I was in a sophomore, and then when I was a senior again in political science.
What
Okay.
is this about? Winter gave us an
he's making
emoji here.
The big
emojis.
emojis. Because
what
they're
is that
doing away
emoji?
with some of these.
What is that, surprise?
And I'm
What is
sorry to
that?
say it, but it's in the South. They're taking away some of this stuff. It's integral education that kids need to know about.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah. There was some guy in Tennessee has lost his mind.
oh God, yes.
There's some guy in Tennessee. I think his name's like Pearl. I think his name's like Butler Pearl or something like that.
It's a weird name.
And he's like he wants to change the books in the Tennessee schools to have the biblical names of Judea and something else, and Samaria or something. And I'm like,
Yes.
where in our books did we study that stuff?
Well,
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Mike Johnson, and when he was in the legislature in Louisiana, he had a bill, and it damn near passed, but it didn't. But he had a bill that would have required the Bible to be a text in history classes in high schools. Actually, a history book in history class.
I mean,
not a religious class, but actual history class. He wanted the Bible in there as a text.
I get it as literature because, well, I mean, we had it.
Yeah,
as world,
right.
We had it as part of world cultures when I was in ninth grade.
Yeah,
ninth grade, I think. But
and he also he had some doozies in the legislature in Louisiana, and another one was that he had a bill that would have required couples to get religious counseling before they could get a divorce. They had to get religious counseling. But anyway, that didn't pass. I mean, he's too crazy for Louisiana.
I've spoken a lot about all my moving around through schools, and so there's only 2 teachers' names I remember. And the most important one was in the 8th grade, Mr. Leifer, and International Relations.
Oh,
wow.
In world history, and he was amazing, and I think that's really where I got the bug.
Probably.
Well,
now Winter's saying here, are you talking about the Holocaust education? I suppose.
I bet
We
with him
do
being in
that
Germany.
in about 10 subjects every grade from grade 5 on. I guess.
Well, I mean, like in 8th grade, we read the Diary of Anne Frank.
Yeah.
And then we were split into, it was a class of 20. So we were split into 4 groups of 5. And we had to do a presentation on how we interpreted the Holocaust, which I thought was interesting. So the 5 of us, 2 of them didn't do anything. I will tell you that, because that's usually how it goes. And the three of us that did it, so we did it where we had all the kids, sitting in their desks, and we'd tell the ones with brown eyes to sit on the floor, and did that kind of thing, where we segregated them based on their eye color and hair color.
Oh, okay.
And whether they were male or female or whatever, we did that, and they were like, "Why did you separate us all?" And I'm like, "That's what they did." Ta-da!
Yeah.
In 8th grade sense, there you go.
I have another question. So we didn't, because it was so recent, when I was in school, we did not study Vietnam at all. The only thing my knowledge of Vietnam was sending canned goods and toothbrushes to soldiers when I was in kindergarten, and and then having them roll the TV sets in to the classrooms when I was like in 4th, 5th grade, and watching the GIs come.
Wow,
So,
look at what
Yeah.
they studied.
so this is my question for Jamie. So I didn't get any I didn't get to study the Vietnam War because it was so recent, and it was like for both of us to do it, I guess. I don't know. And then, but because it was so recent and it was a completely different issue, did you study World War II when you were in high school?
Huh. I'm
Did
trying
did
to
you
think.
did you? Yeah, I don't know if you.
Got it in history class, but not in a major way.
Okay.
But California was wonderful in their schools and the variety. I mean, things that aren't offered today. There were 4 different languages you could study. You know, there were multiple science classes you could take. And by the time you were in high school, you were expected to take at least 2 electives. Most took 3 if they had enough points to graduate. So it was kind of the world is open to you. What do you want?
Yeah.
So
And,
yeah, I just wondered if it
unfortunately,
was too
students
recent.
Don't get that
You know what I
today.
mean? Yeah, I just didn't know how, because in the 70s, in the late 70s, they did not study the Vietnam War. I wasn't sure if in
Yeah,
the
things
60s.
kind of got combined in a strange way. Like my music class, he did a whole history unit using the victory at C Suite,
Oh,
Also,
going through all the battles, naval battles.
I want to say this about my generation is that we learned about the Vietnam War because obviously it was the late 80s, early 90s, you know? So we learned about it, but it wasn't like in depth because there was still information coming out. But the school system made us feel so safe being Americans within schooling. And I lived in Podunk, Minnesota. Shout out to Norwood Young America. Small one, yeah. Anyway, Podunk, Minnesota. And they just made you feel so safe and that nothing could ever happen on American soil. Yes, we had the Oklahoma City bombing, which is terrible. We had little things here and there that happened, but when 9/11 happened, I think that's why millennials were so rocked by it, is because we had never seen real war before. Yes, they had, Trump invading Iraq and blah, 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 blah. All that kind of stuff was on the news, but it wasn't how social media is today, showing things left and right all over the place. And
Yeah.
so when 9/11 happened, it was like a shock to the system. I still have friends that say that is the most traumatic event they've ever had in their life. And I'm like, you were nowhere near it. But just seeing it was enough.
It was really weird. I was staying with my daughter and son-in-law briefly before moving. So I was sleeping on their couch. And I woke up that morning and turned on the TV, which I always do to get the news. And it was just as the first tower had been hit. And I turned it on right at the time the second plane came in.
oh no.
So it was, to this day, that's why Come From Away is one of my favorite musicals.
Yeah.
I was in the shower when the first plane hit. And I thought, because it was just one plane, so at that point it was like, okay, well, it's just maybe it was just an accident, that kind of thing. And then as I was driving to my political science class, that's when the second plane hit. And so I walked into my college class and everybody's sitting there and our teacher just rolls in the TV and plugs it in and we start watching the 9/11 coverage and watched it for the full hour and a half of that session. And when we were done, he turned off the TV and he said, And he was Egyptian, this professor. And he said, I know exactly who did it. It was ISIS.
Okay.
And I was like,
This day,
okay.
it's still the only time NATO came to the defense of a member country.
Yeah.
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 Winter's saying she watched it live on TV in Germany. I was in. I was working at the hotline.
Oh yeah.
Our offices were in the Watergate and overlooking the Potomac, and all day long we had a direct view of the Pentagon, and we could see the smoke coming out of the Pentagon, but none of us. We heard the crash and saw all the flames, so we were watching that live while everything else was going on. Everybody else was watching New York with the World Trade Center, and we were focused on the burning Pentagon right in front of our faces. It was really kind of strange.
Yeah. I didn't get to see any of it until I got home from work, which they let us go home at like 3:00 that day. But I had a friend call me and tell me, and she said, "Oh my God, the towers came down." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Because it's like I've been up in them. That was one of my when I was a senior in high school. I mean, we went up in the observation deck, and I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Do they snap?" And no, they're down. They just crumbled. They just came in. They just sucked themselves in. She didn't even know what imploded was, and she was just, and they're gone. And I'm like, no. I just couldn't believe it. No. Oh.
My husband worked for Target Corporation at the time, and they let them go home at 11:00 because they didn't want to touch anything in case everything crashed.
Yeah. The weird part was my office is right by DFW Airport, and like we kept hearing planes coming. We were one of the last places that got planes that day. And we're told, oh, the planes are grounded, and then we were in planes, and we're like, oh my God, what's going on? and then where I lived at the time was on the other side of town in North Dallas, and there was a private airport there, and so for like days there were no planes. It was quiet. Yeah. It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just. Whew.
Well, I figured where we might be safe because we were literally across the street from the Saudi embassy where I was working. I thought everybody was worried. I said, no, I think we're okay because the Saudis did it and they're just across the street.
Oh, geez. Go ahead.
I was going to say, so Craig, so you knew it was the Saudis right away.
You know what? The guy that owned our company, David Bradley, he owns Atlantic now, and he owned. I was running the Hotline, which was a publication that he owned. And anyway, I went up to his offices, and I think he had connections to CIA all along. I don't know. He always seemed to be on the inside scoop of things, you know. Anyway, I went up to his office to get his advice. I didn't know whether to send the staff home or not, and I was trying to figure out what to do. And I wanted to see what his thoughts were. And anyway, I went up there, and he was sitting there just kind of didn't have TV on or anything. And the minute we started the conversation, he said, it was bin Laden.
Well, I mean, they tried bombing in 97.
He said that right away, which, wasn't a big stretch, but he said it like it wasn't a guess. It was like he actually knew it was.
Oh, wow.
Well, and 6 months later, after that happened, so 9/11, we went to the memorial. I went out there because I was chosen for an honor choir. I sang at Carnegie Hall. There you go.
Wow.
Now hey. All right, now you put the bug in my head. I'm gonna hear some singing here at some point along the way.
No, I was selected for a collegiate honor choir that sang Mozart's Requiem Mass at Carnegie Hall, and we went to the memorial, which wasn't even, I mean, it was just a crater with fence around with memorial, with like mementos and stuff for people who
Uh-huh.
are lost.
Uh-huh.
And you could feel the ash in the air still.
Oh, wow.
And it was just heartbreaking. And
Yeah.
we went to see that right before we performed. So but yeah, so
Yeah, it was weird. It was, well, it's still weird there, but it was really weird the first time I went back was 2003. And
okay.
like we got over there, and because when the towers were there was no sunlight. I mean, those things, it was like,
Yeah.
it was like walking in the, it was like so much shadow. And I could
Yeah.
see sunlight. It was like, oh, and I absolutely felt sick because I saw sunlight. And there's a place right across from it where there was like just some cement that people would like sit and eat on. I don't know what it was that was there, but and the fences were up with all the mementos on it and stuff like that. We just sat there. Just looked at it.
Yeah.
It was just like crazy. But the new memorial was nice. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got
And then
a
on Rebellious Renee's memes, she's got this one here. Stupid Biden. All his fault.
Oh yeah. It's all Biden's fault.
And then we scoot down this year, $3.90, same price. Trump says it's $195, and I trust everything he says.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have a herding cats topic. I just got a really weird email.
uh-huh.
Apparently, Trump is demanding that all of the men around him wear the same shoes.
I saw that this morning. Florsheim. He's become obsessed with Florsheim shoes.
Yeah,
And he actually he
$145
guesses the size of their feet and everything. And then a few days later, they get a box of Florsheim shoes, and he signs the box and gives and they said Rubio and JD and all of them have to wear these shoes.
Do they come with an invoice so they have to reimburse him?
Probably.
No, it's hysterical because everybody is afraid not to wear them.
Exactly. Yeah. So now they all have to wear them, whether they.
Dementia's a crazy thing.
Mm-hmm.
There
Yeah, it is.
Snake oil.
Like the thing that he the thing that he focused.
Conning the poorly educated every day. Rebellious is on a roll this morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his comments yesterday to Trump is about, well, it's both the start and it is the finish, and it's it was like it was hard to understand what he was even talking about.
No, I mean, y'all were here. I don't think were y'all here when we were doing that reporter's question from that. I mean that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean his answer to how do you know that that the girls' school was hit by Iran, and his answer was, well, I don't know anything about it.
I was convinced he was going to claim victory yesterday when he made his little.
Well, that's where he's headed for sure.
Presser.
I got to play this again because, for one thing, I appreciated that we got at least one. This is New York Times White House correspondent Sean McGreevy here.
Standing over your shoulder on your plane on Saturday. Why are you the only person saying this?
Because
You just suggested that Iran somehow got its hands on a Tomahawk and bombed its own elementary school on the first day of the war. But you're the only person in your government saying this. Even your defense secretary wouldn't say that when he was asked, standing over your shoulder on your plane on Saturday. Why are you the only person saying this?
Because I just don't know enough about it. I think.
So he's saying what happened because he doesn't know enough about it. I mean that's just put that together. And
So this
wrap
is
your
what.
head around that response.
Yeah, this is the one I'm talking about. Was a CBS News reporter, and the reporter says after floating remarks, the war was very complete, pretty much, to a CBS News reporter in a phone call. He then evaded a reporter's question about whether that meant the war could wrap up this week. And he said, no, but soon. I think soon, very soon. The reporter tried again and said, you said the war is very complete, but your defense secretary says this is just the beginning. So which is it? And Trump says, I think you could say both. It's the beginning of building a new country. We could call it a tremendous success right now, or we could go further. And I think we could, and we're going to go further. We have won in many ways, but we haven't won enough.
Report coming in. It's preliminary, so we're not exactly sure. But it says one claim about the stuff happening in Iran is that, I'm going to mispronounce it, Ido Netanyahu, the brother, was killed.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
And that Israel's security minister has been injured in an Iranian airstrike in Tel Aviv.
Well, they're not. That's the other thing. The news here is not showing anything, but I'm seeing like Tel Aviv is on fire, getting bombed. The crap bombed out of them. Tel Aviv is getting it, and our news is showing nothing.
Yep. Because they're all focusing on Trump and how.
Well, I usually go over to. Let's see. I'll pull up my.
I guess U.S.
Some post is saying that it's a false narrative.
Oh, it is now? Okay.
But the UK, I mean, I've seen, I don't know, maybe they're all AI, but I've seen videos and people walking around saying this is like Gaza now because entire buildings are smashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, here was Air France just before, Air France. They do call it France. Anyway, the French public TV talking about what Netanyahu was
right. Netanyahu has said that this war could last longer than what Donald Trump is saying. But I think it's important to mention as well that Israel is fighting a war on two different fronts. You have the war against Iran, and you also have the war against Hezbollah in Lebanon. Now, this morning, I was speaking to an analyst who told me that the war against Hezbollah will likely last a lot longer, quite simply because in Iran, the Israelis are fighting alongside the Americans, who want this war to end as soon as possible. And this means that they are coordinating with the Americans very closely. Whereas in Lebanon, she told me, the Israelis are sort of, operating alone, so they sort of have free rein to do what they want. The French, for example, warned Israel not to bomb southern Lebanon, but they've largely and completely ignored those warnings.
So, they've opened a two-front war, and we're only helping them with one of them. What are they thinking? What is Netanyahu? What is he thinking? I don't get what his plan is here. He just, isn't that the mistake Hitler made, to a two-front war?
I don't know. People don't learn.
Aloha kitty.
You're right.
He just likes to hear himself talk. Such a demon con man. Yeah, you're right about it. He loves to hear himself. Also, when you add up all the hours that he's on TV and doing TV, and given the fact that he only shows up for work at around 11 o'clock in the morning and works until about 4, I don't know when he does his presidenting when he's a president. How do you do your presidenting thing when you're just on TV all the time?
It's all delegated, just like you ran his business. It's delegated.
I'm trying to do what you do, Blue, where you turn things into a verb, but it's hard to pronounce. The presidenting as a verb.
Yeah, he doesn't read. They just show him pictures and tell him what's going on.
He's presidented way too much, and I wish he would just golf more.
Just stop presidenting
altogether. Just stop it.
Presidenting, yeah.
Oh, by the way, I saw a poll out of Texas yesterday.
Tallarico.
It says Tallarico would beat Paxton and
Cornyn.
Frankly, he makes me want to take a nap. I'm sorry.
Cornyn?
Yes. Yeah. There's nothing about him. He's just kind of there.
I told you he's human. He's a bowl of human oatmeal.
Yeah. He's like a house plant.
But we have the Georgia returns tonight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Well, there are about 30 of them running for Marjorie Taylor Greene. And that, that might help the Democrats squeak through, at least get in the runoff or something. I don't know how that system works out.
I think they've got a top two situation, don't they? And with all of the Republicans, the Democrat could slide in there.
Okay, now you can say hi to everyone.
Hi, Liam.
There.
They're saying hi to you.
You're home from school playing hooky.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of tummy ache.
Playing hooky.
Yes.
When Germany had an election and the Greens won.
Do you have?
Oh well, Winter's a green. Winter's a green, aren't you, Winter? Didn't she say one time she was a
I think
green?
so.
Good news from Germany, one of the more important states, had elections on Sunday. The Green Party won.
Yay.
Yeah. Didn't you say you're a green? Winter's green.
Baden-Württemberg? Is that it?
Württemberg.
Württemberg?
Oh, it sounds
Württemberg. Yeah.
Baden-Württemberg. All right.
I hate saying it. In my family, I'm the only one who took Spanish. Everybody else took German. So.
I took Latin.
Yeah, they didn't offer that. They offered German and Spanish. And I said, which one would I use possibly in my adulthood? Spanish. Good choice.
Yeah, I had to take Spanish.
We had French, Spanish, German, and Latin offered.
Gotcha.
And we only had German because it was tiny.
The dead language.
See, and like my husband grew up in the metro area, so he's lived in the cities his whole life. Moving out to the suburbs was weird for him, but in the cities they offered French and Latin and Spanish, German, Italian. I mean, like everything. And he took French. He did not retain any of it, but.
Yeah, I took one semester of French, and I didn't like the way they spelled things. So then I switched to Russian, and I took 2 years of Russian. And Cyrillic was easier than writing French with English letters.
I put up that thing yesterday on your site, Craig, about the presidents and the languages they spoke.
Oh yeah, and.
John Adams and Jefferson were the two that spoke the most different languages. Jefferson was probably the winner because not only did he speak like 6 of them fluently, he had smatterings of others, including Arabic and Welsh.
Huh.
That whole chart.
I remember looking that up when Buttigieg was running, and it was Buttigieg speaks Chinese even.
Yeah.
He speaks several languages.
Was from the Philippines, Tagalog, and I'm sure he speaks Hawaiian Pidgin, which is an interesting language twist.
Hey, Winter, you want to come on stage with us sometime if you want to come on with your phone or whatever?
Yeah.
It'd be fun to talk to you
if
you'd like.
My child is asking me to saute spinach for him right now, so I don't think so.
Oh, Cyrillic, that one's fun. Even the letters are different. If you ever want to go out to eat in Russia, look for a sign that says Pektopa.
Yeah.
You pronounce it restaurant, but it's spelled Pektopa.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I took 2 years of Russian in college. And I took also one semester I took a year of Czech, and I took a semester of Chinese, but I was allergic to the book. I couldn't figure out why I felt so horrible. There was something about the ink on the paper, and I would just like my eyes would swell up and I was allergic to the book. So languages are fun. But I was in love with Baryshnikov since I was 14 years old, and I'm sure that's why, even though he was Latvian, that's why I was like, I learned the Cyrillic alphabet like when I was in high school, still before I ever got a chance to take Russian class in college.
Webster, that's so very kind of you, but I'm really insecure with my funny German. Oh, that's all right. What about my funny Southern accent? And Katie's got that weird Minnesota.
Don't
accent.
you know?
Yeah. Like I was gonna go to Chaska today, but
Well, come on the main trail mix. There you're typing it all out and we don't know what you sound like.
but the only name or the only Russian I know are swear words, and it's because my great Ukrainian grandma used to just swear in Russian but talk in English.
So much of Russian is adopted from Greek that you would be surprised at the huge number of words you would know when they were pronounced. You know, as I said, restaurant is restaurant, journal is a newspaper, and so on.
Yep. Grandma used to say suka all the time. And then I realized as an adult what it meant.
Here's old dumbass talking about how this is just an excursion.
Our country is doing really well. I mean,
no, it's not.
Stop lying. We took a little excursion because
Just a little stroll across the desert.
I think you'll see it's going to be a short-term excursion. How good is our military, right?
He learned a new word. He learned a new word. Like grocery.
That is,
excursion. Yeah, he learned a new word.
He's making it sound. I just.
You Americans are so kind to call it accent. My English teacher from England called it wrong pronunciation. Yeah, that's right.
The English can be stuffy, but some of their accents aren't all that interesting.
When I was in Scotland, I could not understand them at all. I mean, I was like, this is English?
Yeah, our head IT guy was from Scotland, and he would come over, and I was like, I could listen to him all day, but like,
it's a wonderful sound.
I had to listen to him really hard sometimes.
Because I had the same problem when I was there, and I grew up listening to my grandfather with his thick Scottish accent.
Yeah.
It's not an easy one to understand. Ooh.
There's the traffic on the Hormuz. The Hormuz. Look at that.
Hormuz.
Suka, huh?
Suka. Means bitch.
And here's this morning's average, 354 from this morning.
Russian sounds very close to German. I will agree with that. It does.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's when you get close to, like, I had a friend that was from Eastern Germany, and they had more of the Russian tone to their German. Also, to me, Russian is not a romantic language.
No, well,
it's just not.
Like I said, it's Greek-based. It's and Germanic would be closer. That strain of languages, the Romantics.
Right.
Yeah, in English, if a word has several syllables, it's probably from the Romance side, and if it's a short word, it's probably from the German side of our language. So,
like receive versus got or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, Winter was saying Scottish sounds German.
It pulls from your throat a lot.
Point.
Yeah, my great grandmother was from Denmark, and that I cannot understand. Danish people I don't understand how Danish people even understand it. That is the hardest thing. It's crazy. Danish.
Well, and Dutch, the thing that I think's brilliant about the Dutch people is they learn everyone else's language, and so that no one ever bothers to learn theirs, and that way they just can have their own private language. You go over there, and they can talk about you, and you don't know what they're saying because nobody else has learned their language, because nobody has to, because they've learned everybody else's language. I always thought that was their ultimate plan. That was their devious plan, to learn everybody's languages so they would have their own.
Weren't we all supposed to learn Esperanto? And that was the thing that was supposed to bring us all together. Was that common language?
Oh yeah.
I think the guy that invented Esperanto was Polish.
Maybe.
I think he was Polish.
I want to hurkle-durkle today. That's a Scottish term.
Yeah.
Well, then there is a holiday that I put up, Whoopity Scurry. I really like it.
Whoopity Scurry. Let's go run around the church and let them throw money at us.
Around the church,
yeah,
swinging bells in the air.
And then they throw money at you.
You're right.
That's the part I like. Getting pelted with money.
Oh, do I have that downloaded on my computer?
I mean, Axios was scaring me this morning, because everybody says that World War III. Well, I don't know, but a world at war is true. We maybe not call it World War III, but a world. I mean, they're pointing out here that at least 20 countries are now militarily involved, shooting, fielding, or quietly supplying.
I think I can do this. I'm going to try it, Craig. The other day when we were talking about Francisco Franco.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay.
At this point, this isn't World War III, but it may be the closest we've ever come in I mean, think about it. When have we come any closer to World War III? Maybe during Cuban Missile Crisis or something, maybe? I don't know.
Okay. My picture's up. I'm trying the share function live because we did it before, not live.
Did you put it in private or?
Nope, I put it on the stage. I think you have to.
Oh, I see. But I have to go other. All right, I'm starting to learn how to do that. All right, and there it is.
That
is
the Valley of the Fallen in Segovia, Spain.
Oh,
that is where Francisco Franco is buried.
Okay.
Well, his crypt.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. And actually, in the distance, you can see the aqueduct that's in Segovia. And the Alcazar castle that's there is where Queen Isabella was born. That's my most favorite place in the world is that area.
I can't wait to see what our AI editor does with this. It's like, now you're talking about where Franco's buried? What am I supposed to do with that? I gotta write a tease for Blue Sky about that.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Silas.
Winter, what's a mix between English and German?
Scottish in a way. You sort of had a group coming up from down below that went up into Scandinavia, did a U-turn and plopped down in Scotland. So there are a lot of words in Scottish that aren't English. They're kind of sourced out of the Nordic countries.
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Oh,
so it kind of depends on whether you're Northern Scots or Southern Scots.
So YouTube's traffic page is down today, so we don't know how.
Oh, then we won't know.
All it says here is, "Oops, something went wrong."
Well, it says you can retry.
Yeah,
we can retry. Retry. They have a little music. They need to do a little music. No,
and
something went wrong.
We should get like a wah wah.
Yeah. Something went wrong.
It's all right. It's a Tuesday.
Oh, I came across this. I thought this was kind of interesting. The most educated states is and it's
Massachusetts.
not surprising, I guess.
Yeah.
Massachusetts is number
Fun
one.
having Wonderland around this much today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Like
Dutch is a
31,
mixture of German and English.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Maryland was kind of surprising up there at number 3. They had a explanation of here of their methodology. Something about I forget something about I don't know. They had 26 metrics. When I saw they had 26 metrics they were using to, I thought, well, I'll believe it. I believe it then if they have.
What number is Minnesota on there? Was it 10?
Oh, let's see. 9.
9.
Yeah, you're in the top 10. You're in the top 10.
Washington is just below you.
I believe we're number 2.
Oh, look at
in
there. Katie and
education
Jamie are
overall.
right together.
Yeah.
Where's Nebraska and Kansas?
Okay, we're going down the list now.
Yeah.
Going
That's gonna be
down. Florida's at 21.
There,
Let's see.
20.
There's
Kansas. Kansas and Nebraska
24.
together.
Right there together. Middle of the pack.
Right in the middle.
Well, top 25.
Least
Top
educated.
25.
Poor old, I'd already taken a peek at this. Poor old Pogue. Pogue's at number 50.
Oh,
Pogue's
go.
at number 50.
And
Well,
Billy at
Poor old
Michigan,
West
Mississippi.
Virginia.
Yeah, Arkansas always used to say, thank God for Mississippi, because
Right.
they used to be the 2 bottom ones.
Yeah. And
But yeah, doesn't that kind of show you something a little bit when you look at that?
yeah, look at these bottom states. Gee, wonder how they vote.
Yeah.
Look at there. Now, did Kamala win
Well, New
any of these?
Mexico is purple.
Let's see. Did she end up winning New Mexico? I can't remember now.
Who?
Kamala.
Let's look. Hold on.
I don't remember. But that's the only one of this group. Maybe Nevada. I don't think so. I think Democrats lost every one of these bottom 10 states.
Let's look.
And why are we surprised?
She did win New Mexico.
She did. I knew that she might have, but I couldn't remember for sure. Huh.
She did. She won
Well,
New
that-
Mexico.
Well, the map, the map shows, the colors, across the south here. It's the lightest. Anyway,
It's fine. You have fun all down there.
and then the thing I noticed today is when we did our top 10 most searched stories. Look at that. The Iran war is definitely taking over the news. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4,
No,
the top
not on
4.
this with the New Mexico branch.
Yeah, but did you see that?
64, 5.
Did you read the 2 posts I put up yesterday, Craig? That Epstein is there are Epstein related Iran Contra stories?
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like, are you kidding me? Yeah.
He was involved in all of that.
It's Epstein adjacent. His name is brought up in a couple of places, and a guy that he did business with was involved in it, and like he was definitely an asset for probably a couple of different, probably a double agent or something.
Yeah, this was the first day that no Epstein story was in our top 10 of most clicked stories, but 5 of the 10 were all Iran adjacent, which I guess isn't that surprising.
But do they do that all from Google?
Oh no, I have him. We've spent weeks developing the protocol for this, and we're still refining it.
So it's multiple search engines then?
Yeah, it's pretty intricate. I mean, this is a pretty, and we still refine. We keep refining it every day because I just want to know what people are actually clicking. I'm interested in that. To start the day, I want to know what people are actually clicking. But it's a long list of and it takes him pretty long. He kind of gripes about it because I've made it so complicated. But I'm kind of proud when I irritate AI at making things too complicated. Gives me
Which reminds me, I got to go kick Merlin out of bed.
There you go. Well, I have to go make this boy sauteed spinach because he wants it now.
Oh yeah, and we're at exactly an hour. Oh,
I don't know if that's the best thing for his tummy, but he's just, he's like his father.
Yesterday was I forget what year, but the anniversary of Walter Cronkite stepping down, and I just with everything that's happening with CBS these days, I wanted to go get some Walter Cronkite, and one of the first things I came across was his not resignation, but his swan song, his sign off. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And I'm thinking, well, this is now relevant. I mean, because CBS itself is signing off.
Right.
Supposedly they are going to do both sides coverage.
Yeah, but as soon as Colbert is gone, that CBS is dead.
Yep.
But I mean, what they're doing to that place and the people that are leaving. I mean, some of the veterans and everything. They've got a lot of people, a lot of unsung, a lot of people who aren't well known leaving CBS.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's awful. But anyway, so yeah, we'll let Walter Cronkite speak for the entire network, signing off.
All right. Well, you all have a good day. I'll talk to you all later.
Bye now.
Bye.
And Winter, good to see you there, Winter. Hop on trailmix.cc and talk to us there. We're there at trailmix.cc all the time. Okay, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Later. Here's a little Walter saying goodbye. CBS saying goodbye.
This is my last broadcast as the anchor man of the CBS Evening News. For me, it's a moment for which I long have planned, but which nevertheless comes with some sadness. For almost 2 decades, after all, we've been meeting like this in the evenings, and I'll miss that. But those who have made anything of this departure, I'm afraid, have made too much. This is but a transition, a passing of the baton. A great broadcaster and gentleman, Doug Edwards, preceded me in this job, and another, Dan Rather, will follow. And anyway, the person who sits here is but the most conspicuous member of a superb team of journalists, writers, reporters, editors, producers, and none of that will change. Furthermore, I'm not even going away. I'll be back from time to time with special news reports and documentaries, and beginning in June, every week with our science program, Universe. Old anchormen, you see, don't fade away. They just keep coming back for more. And that's the way it is. Friday, March 6th, 1981.